Today, I will be discussing how to protect your brand as a trademark internationally. The minute you begin to seriously consider expanding your business beyond Canadian borders is right when you also need to look what sort of trademark protection strategy you have here at home in Canada and what you will need to do to make sure that your brand will be protected in any other country where you start to do business. The truth is that trademarks are territorial by nature. They are country specific. And so trademark rights that you own in Canada will protect you here in Canada. They will not protect you in other countries. For example, if you start doing business in the US. Now, your launching pad to protecting your brand internationally, as I had said, is looking what you have here at home. If you do not already have a Canadian trademark registration, then that's your first step. In that case, we would recommend doing a comprehensive trademark search to make sure that your proposed brand is available for your use and registration here in Canada. When we do searches at masonpc, we deep dive into the trademarks register to make sure that there are no other brands on file that is identical to your brand or too similar to your brand. We also go beyond the trademarks register and look into different sources, for example, online, social media, the telephone directories, to make sure that nobody else is using the brand that you want. We also recommend looking at commissioning some searches in any other country where you plan to register to make sure that the brand is also available there. Once the brand is clear, then you should immediately apply to register it as a trademark in Canada. This is where your international brand protection regime truly begins. Once you have sorted out your brand at home by filing a trademark application, then you should start making a list of any other country where you plan to sell products or services. If you plan to manufacture products in another country, then you should look at protecting your brand there as well. If you run an online business, it may be wise to do some market research to see what region your clients or customers likely to be. Once you have collated your list of countries where you will be doing business, then it's time to start looking at how we protect your brand there. And that would entail filing trademark applications to register your brand as a trademark in these other countries. Now, there are two strategies that we would consider depending on your circumstances. The first would be filing locally in individual territories. And the second would be filing through the Madrid Protocol. Now, the Madrid Protocol allows Canadian brand owners to protect their brands in several countries by simply filing one application with the World Intellectual Property Office. Now, there are different circumstances that go into how we determine which strategy is best for you. If you're filing in a handful of countries, or we foresee that your trademark application may not be smooth sailing, then we would perhaps recommend filing individually in each territory. If you're filing in multiple countries, we don't foresee any issues with your application, then the Madrid Protocol is perhaps the best route to go. Bear in mind, it is also wise to get your international application filings in place within 6 months of your Canadian filing date, because This allows you, provided the country is also a signatory to the Paris Convention, to claim your original filing date as the date of filing in the subsequent countries. So once we have files to protect your brand as trademarks in each country that you plan to do business, then we await your registration. You may begin to use your brand in these countries. And importantly, monitor your trade. Make sure you scope online. Look at social media. Look through Google. Ensure that nobody else is using a brand that is too similar to yours. You may begin to use the TM sign with your trademark, which communicates to everyone that this is the trademark belonging to someone. If based on your searches, you discover that somebody is using your brand or using a brand that is too similar to yours, you should immediately contact your trademark lawyer to determine how best to enforce your trademark rights and to prevent other people from violating them.